right, so this is a, it's called a celebrity tomato. I actually would not have bought this, but it was an accident. I don't usually buy hybrid plants. I like heirlooms, but this is called a celebrity hybrid tomato. It's determinate. And then this is a sweet mint that I've planted here next to it. And then all around it, I planted little flowers that will pop up, and they're dwarf flowers. So we'll see how those do. And then here I have a rosemary plant. I planted it by itself because rosemaries tend to not be friendly to other plants. And then here I've got a mixture of herbs and nasturtium. So I have German thyme right here, these little plants with the little leaves. And then we have Greek oregano, and they really are planted close together, but that's what it is. And then next to that we have just some plain garden sage, and everything is doing really good. These I planted in this a couple of weeks ago, so they're fairly well established at this point. This rosemary I planted in this pot today, and this tomato and mint I planted today. Now this tomato again was planted 2 weeks ago, and these little nasturtiums that are in a semicircle around it, I planted with them as seeds 2 weeks ago. So this is about 2 weeks of growth for nasturtium. And to me, nasturtiums look like little, they have leaves that look like little lily pads, and the flowers are edible. You can put them on top of your salads for a garnish, but you can also eat them. So this is called a yellow canary cherry tomato, and this one has a little bunch of tomatoes growing up under these leaves. If you peel back the leaves, you can see there is a bunch of little tomatoes growing all in here, and they're just burrowed right in. So that ought to be fun to harvest here probably in the next few days even. And then here, these are some sweet bell peppers I don't have a place for yet. We're gonna buy one more bin similar to this and put them in there. And we have Jared's hot peppers. He likes the serrano and the jalapeno. He likes the habanero too, but we didn't see any of those at the store. So we just got the serrano and the jalapeno hot peppers for him. And this serrano already has little, let me see if I can make it focus. It's not wanting to focus on the top there. It's doing better. It already has little flower buds. So, and then these little guys that are growing up around it are zinnia, a dwarf zinnia, and that's a flower. They're really super pretty little flowers, easy to grow. So we'll watch how those do. This is a basil plant that I have not yet planted. I'm out of dirt, so I'm waiting to get some more dirt. Jared's gonna get me some more today. Then this, I have 3 of these pots. These are San Marzano tomatoes, which are really, really delicious tomatoes. They're great for cooking. I like them for just about anything, but they're considered, I think, a paste tomato. This is a Mexican tarragon, and it looks like it's about to put forth flowers. You see that here? This is a strawberry plant. Ava got this strawberry plant for having a really good week at school. And then this is a flat leaf Italian parsley. And then behind it is the really special plant that I am really excited to be growing, and I've never seen it offered by Bonnie before, at least in my area. It's called a Japanese cucumber. And these are the types of cucumbers that don't have as prominent of seeds. They're just more meaty. The flesh is more meaty and less seedy, and I just really love that. My grandmother likes it too. They're great for salads, great for just eating. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're going to be planting these tomatoes. I'll end up having to buy another bucket for the tomatoes. I'll probably fill this with some little miniature flowers and the basil, and we're going to have a couple more buckets out here. And then eventually the plan, hopefully, hubby and I are talking about this right now, is getting a couple of raised beds to put here, and maybe a trellis for growing the climbing type variety of cucumbers and things like that in between the 2 planters. And that would probably be about as far as we would go with it on this in this property because we live in a subdivision and they have a lot of rolls. So, but that's good enough for me. 2 planters and some containers. That's good, good, good. So, all right, so that's the update for today. I think if we do a weekly garden update, you'll see a lot of progress and just see kind of how everything has been growing as we go week to week. I have a little bit of a funny story to tell you about this picture. So Ava and Levi helped me plant some little seedlings in some of these pots that we have left over. And I handed Levi the seeds that you can see down in that bucket. And he thought that they were food and he popped the seeds in his mouth. And I had to fish them out of his mouth. So we'll see if his plants even germinate because Levi tried to eat his green bean seeds. But I thought that was such a cute little story. These are a couple of russet potatoes that have sprouted what they call chits, C-H-I-T-S. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these in a couple of buckets. So in the next update, I will show you that process.